If you want to blow up as an unknown bedroom producer, just make bootleg remixes. Now I know what you're thinking. You want to get rich and famous off your own shit, and why should I listen to a guy with like 90 subs? And low-key, yeah, this shit's not even that legal. What? I get it. I felt the same way too. But before I get a lot of hate in the comments, let me explain to you why you should do remixes when you first start out, just like me. If you have no idea like what the fuck you're doing when you first open a DAW, never made a song before, or don't even have the music theory background, I think remixes are a great place to start. You're literally being handed the blueprint of a song when you start off with a remix. You got the key, the chord progression, the song structure, and most of the time you get the vocals too. All you gotta do is just get creative and just switch it up. Second, everyone's gonna be familiar with the song. If it's a good remix, they'll fuck with you. And yeah, I know, why listen to me when I got not even 100 subs on YouTube? I actually even have less on SoundCloud. But hey, if a guy like me, who averages like 30 views a song on SoundCloud, gets 1,200 views from my newly dropped Clarity remix, I must be doing something right and have something important to say to y'all. And I'm not one to gatekeep my little stones of success. And by the way, if you haven't yet, check out my new Clarity remix that's out on SoundCloud and YouTube. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on it and how I can improve so I can take that into my next project. Anyways, I digress. And thirdly, might not be the most legal thing since it's not yours. My only thing to say to that is, one, if you're like me, you're probably too small of a producer for anyone to really care about. That sounded really mean, but what I'm trying to say is, you really think Zed's gonna come after me after my 1,200 SoundCloud views? That's all I got, man. Two, don't monetize the streams off the remix if it's not official, because then you're really breaking the law. And three, all of this is not legal advice, so don't sue me if you get caught. Anyways, that's the lesson I learned from releasing the Clarity remix. I'm starting to see some momentum on my SoundCloud, my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram with some of the promotional materials I posted. So I didn't want to stop. And while I'm continuing to self-promote Clarity, I didn't want to waste time and started making a new remix of another popular song, which I wanted to show y'all a sneak peek of today. Hopefully this will put you in the feels too. If you ever heard of this song, basically imagine that, but it's Speed House. Will it work? Who the fuck knows? This could be a really dumb idea and would discredit all the advice I just gave you 5 seconds ago. But that's up for you to decide. Guess we'll find out, shall we? Let's jump into it. Alright, so I got the project file here. Been working on this for the past week or so. Been waking up super early at like 6 in the morning every day because I frankly don't have time after work anymore. Wondering if I should just call this the 6 to 8 producer series rather than 5 to 9. 6 to 8 as in the morning. My life is so fucking sad. Anyways, yeah, let's just jump into it and then I'll give you the rundown of the project file so far. I'm just gonna stop right there. All this shit at the end was just random extra shit that I just don't know what to do with it for now. So everything that's
80% complete is up to that point, bar 52. But yeah, that's what I have so far. Like I said, it's not completely finished. This is just a general strong structure. There's no mixing done. Definitely missing some elements here and there. It does feel kind of empty, but the general vibe that I'm going for. Yeah, I don't know. I first started listening to this song a lot last year, and I just thought, I gotta do a remix of this, but I didn't know what to do. It was around that same time when I was listening to Sapient Dreams. I was also listening to Bunt, so I just thought, what if Bunt and Sapient Dreams had a baby, and yeah, well, that's pretty much the vibe I was going for. Pretty much wanted to see what happens if I turn this into a speed house track plus vibes. So essentially what I did, I think the original track was, the BPM was 116-ish. So I sped it up to 145, so it's going much faster, much more jumpy. And then I pitched it up one semitone. The start of the track definitely does not give off the speed house vibe. I kind of wanted to have this lush soundscape type atmosphere. So I added a bunch of random shit, like pretty much, I think the big thing here, I took the vocal and pretty much just turned it into an atmosphere. All that really is, let me know all this. Yeah, it's just the same first verse repeating itself 50 billion times, but I just added a Valhalla shimmer, cymatics, and some EQing just to, create some vibes. And it's being supplemented by these other pads I got going on here. And basically the whole idea with this was just looking at the Past Lives cover art. It's literally a dude in space, so I still wanted to retain some of those themes in here. So the opening, I wanted to make it very, very, very spacey, which completely contrasts with I guess this would be the drop, where now it's a lot more jumpy, but I kind of transitioned from this spacey atmosphere to a much more jumpier song. I throw in this loop, which kind of sets up that vibe, and then transitions here. That's where you're going to get that button vibe, but essentially it kind of just removed a lot of those atmospheric sounds and kept it very minimalistic. It's mainly being driven by your house drum beat as well as the space line. And then it's not going to be a bunt song if you don't have stutter vocals. So I essentially took I took these oohs, and literally I think I just chopped it up, took one of them, and just created this stutter vocal here. Threw in a lot of different pitch bends and add some other effects. So it feels very it's stuttering, but it's very washed out. Very trippy. So I guess in a way I'm still retaining that spacey effect, but again, it feels much more washed out, or not washed out, feels much more stripped back. Not as much of a lush soundscape type vibe, but much more electronic dancey now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's not done yet. It still feels very empty. I would like to add a little bit more to this drop because it's really mainly being driven by this bass line and the stutter vocal. Oh, and like this piano here that I'm loving. Again, it's the same Nor piano that I used in the Clarity remix, which I'm really, really liking. It's so much better than Logic stock piano. So if you're looking for a new virtual piano, highly recommend. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd like to add a little bit more into the drop, as well as even in the intro here with this lush soundscape vibe that I'm kind of going for. Maybe I think the plan is to maybe add some strings here and there. Maybe even make it like that Across the Universe Beatles type vibe where it's like almost like a wall of sound. I think that'd be really cool. And even maybe more glitchy effects, which I kind of try to achieve by doing this. It kind of swells up. Again, it's a vocal chop, but then I also have a reverse. It's the same O's as before, as here, but I'm just reversing it. I don't know. The more reverses and glitches you have, the more spacey it is, right? Chat, confirm this is right. But yeah, anyways, that's what I'm thinking of taking the track to. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Always open to feedback and just want to get good enough so I can hopefully just make this more than 6 to 8 side project. Oh yeah, and lastly, check out my Clarity remix if you haven't. It's out on SoundCloud and YouTube. Love to hear y'all's thoughts on it, and if there's, again, anything I can do to improve as a producer. And yeah, that's all. Like I said, if you're a beginner producer like me, just do bootleg remixes, man. I feel like it's a great way to get your name out there and to just get better. And yeah, just be on the lookout for this Past Lives remix. Hopefully it'll drop soon too. All right, peace.